On TVC Breakfast, it's time now to look at what the top stories are in the papers this Tuesday, beginning with the New Telegraph. And the lead story there is captioned, Renewed Hope, saying that anti-corruption fight will spare no one. That's according to the EFCC chair, Ola Olukoyede, saying that agency has arranged 2 former governors in 2 months who will go after mega thieves in a holistic manner and debunks reports that they target only internet fraudsters. Other stories read, disquiet in varsities over absence of governing councils. Ex-VC says it shows government's contempt for university education. Varsities operating ultra-virus against institutional norms. That's according to unions. Unilorry expels, rusticates 19 students for various offenses. The study, according to the New Telegraph, reveals that fuel subsidy reforms of the government major cause of core inflation in Nigeria. There's also another report captioned Nigeria's oil revenue threatened as U.S. muzzles into OPEC. Concerns still on New Telegraph over Nigeria's 97.34 trillion naira debt stock intensify and troops neutralize several terrorists in Northwest. That's according to the Army. First News is next. EFCC vows no mercy for mega or minor thieves in anti-graft war. PDP labels Rivers lawmakers illegal assembly, dares them to impeach Governor Fubara. Jigawa governor announces 1 million naira subsidy for intending pilgrims this year. FG allocates 25 billion naira to bolster healthcare services nationwide. And following the release of First News editor Segun Olatunji, the paper secures insurance policy for editorial staff. Down there on First News, ex-presidential aide Bugaje slams Tinubu's government, explains why Nigeria's oil belongs to the north. Another story there. Onyema hints on air peace commencing Abuja-London route, expansion to New York, Houston. Platform Times says Peter Obi threatens to abandon Labour Party amidst internal crisis. Right? Police apprehend 8 suspects in connection with Unimed lecturer's murder. This is on Platform Times. Ondo residents attack loot truck laden with food items. Edo PDP chairman recounts traumatic experience in kidnappers' den. Fleeing residents send distress signals amid ongoing military operations in Delta. I'm not working for politicians, says Sunday Igboho. That's above the masthead on Platform Times. An abducted unknown gunmen abduct 10 students in Delta. This Nigeria is next. Kuka false distribution of palliatives by states and lawmakers to current hardship. That's according to Governor Diri, who is also wading into the matter. Troops neutralize terrorists in Northwest region, intercept illicit drugs in Ogun, says Army. Suspected herdsmen kidnap students in Delta State. Red Sea attacks Nigeria, other African countries to face higher inflation. That's according to a report. Beyond London route, air peace to hit New York before the end of 2024. That's according to its Chief Executive Officer, Allen Onyema. Tension as renewed bloody Cold War claims 13 lives in Anambra State. Now to the blueprint. Blueprint says on Arewa think tank ahead of 2027, North desires infrastructure, education, not political power. Says that so far, Tinubu is committed to developing the region as people living with disabilities rally support for the government. On inherited debts, that's talking about the feud between Governor Ubasani and former Governor El Rufai. Well, the former governor's sons differ over their father's feud with the governor, as one of them, Bello, interestingly counters Bashir, who says social media attacks will never shake my boss. Recapitalization, banks require 2.8 trillion naira, 5 others 901.8 billion naira. 13 killed, 2 injured in Kogi auto crash. Unilorry expelled 6 final year students, rusticate 13 others over misconduct. Finally, with me is Nigerian News Direct, leading with this report on financial stability as CPPE gives nod to CBN's recapitalization plan. This in a bid to safeguard depositors' funds, says inflationary challenges drive endorsement of bank recapitalization. There are a host of other riders regarding this move by the CBN on the latest recapitalization drive for the banks. Armed bandits intercept luxury bus, rob passengers. That's also on Nigerian News Direct. Staff threatened to shut universities over 5 months, withheld salaries, and an alleged threat plot. Oyetola's aide replies Omoluabi caucus insists allegation malicious. Onyema, the CEO of Airpeace, cries out some Nigerians working to see our downfall. He also talks about challenges faced by the Airpeace London return flight. Well, these are the stories that we see in the paper so far, Ibrahim.
Right, Vanguard newspaper is the first with me with screaming headline. Banks need 4.7 trillion naira to scale CBN's new capital hurdle. No bank qualifies under new guidelines. ETI, Zenith, Access First Bank lead in eligible capital. And then Zenith Bank emerges Nigeria's best bank for 4th year. VP Shetima, CBN Governor Cardoso, Ayo Teriba headline 2024 Vanguard Economic Summit. Labor crisis. Abure rejected Peter Obi's advice for all-inclusive convention. Obidati spokesman. Energy crisis. More troubles for Gencos as federal government increases gas price by 11%. Chairman Group Bika over Accord Party's candidate. Okwama, how soldiers, villagers died. Eyewitness, says Bayelsa militant leader. Amagbe, not from Okwama. Notes leader from Okoloba led the army to Okwama. Now, without salaries, will shut down varsities if, that's according to the non-teaching staff. London maiden flight, how we fought restriction of Airpeace return flight to rejected part of MMIA. That's according to Onyema. And 2024 Olympics, only 2 Nigerians capable of winning medals, says Igali. Next is the Business AM. CBN rate hike stirs fears of more pain for Nigerian SMEs. 2023 renewables use sets record. Travel, vacation spend hits $4 trillion in 5 years. The markets and assets during inflation. And finance and investment, you read on Access Holdings of the blocks for capital. That's about it for the Business AM. Next is Daily Independent. Naira gained 660 on $7 billion FX backlog clearance. BDC's return. Kaduna crisis, suspended APC women leader berates governor, reviews how El-Rufai made him senator, as Senator Shehu Sani thanks Providence for vindicating him. Nigeria among 16 countries with high anemia rates in girls. That's according to UNICEF. Tinubu attends swearing-in ceremony of Senegal's president-elect Faye. Global Finance Awards 2024, Zenith Bank emerges Nigeria's best bank for the 4th year. How gunmen set ablaze a Fesinachi bus with 59 passengers. Transporters send SOS to federal government. Now, PDP North Central moves to replace Ayu Damagum with substantive chair. Insists on serving out its term in office. On the bottom strip, Obi takes one Nigerian message to Onitsha Mosque on Easter Day. Kogi Goba, confusion at tribunal as more SDP witnesses disown depositions. Railway Corporation generated 1.07 billion naira from passengers in fourth quarter of 2023, as according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Next is Daily Times. How we are lobbying federal government to secure release of Kanu, as according to Kalu. Urges support for Tinubu, says it means well for Ndigbo. Our anti-corruption fight will spare no one. EFCC boss cautions youths against indulging in internet-related offences. Troops neutralize several terrorists in Northwest, intercept illicit drugs in Ogun. That's according to the army. Palliatives not solution to current hardship, says Diri. Kogi poll, confusion at tribunal sitting as witnesses disown depositions. Banks are in good stead to meet recapitalization targets. That's according to ACAMB. Electricity consumers increased to 12.12 million in fourth quarter of 2023. That's according to NBS. Next is Daily Trust. Petrol subsidy removal 10 months after federal government yet to roll out electric vehicles. Energy crisis threatens project. Charging stations inadequate in states. Experts task government on infrastructure. 13 killed, 2 injured in Kogi auto crash. Mega looters won't go scot-free. That's according to the EFCC. Bandits abduct 5-day-old baby, mother in Kaduna. And war on Gaza. Anti-Netanyahu protests rock Israel. Netherlands topped Nigeria's export destination in fourth quarter of 2023. Wike Damagum's fate uncertain as PDP holds neck. 8 arrested as Unimed lecturer stabbed to death in office. Next is the Punch newspaper. Discos make 1 trillion naira amid great crisis. Unmetered customers hate 5.8 million. Discos grew revenue by 30% in 2023. Overbilled customers despite grade collapses. Electricity tariff hike looms as federal government raises gas price. Tinubu, African leaders grace Senegal presidents soaring in today. OPEC oil output plunges as Nigeria, Iraq slash exports. NEC sits over state police as governors plan forest guards. Easter, fund seekers flood parks, beaches amid tough times. Presidential nod. Ondo APC governor aspirants besiege Abuja for Tinubu's endorsement. Police go after hoodlums for raiding night bus, robbing passengers. That's about it for the Punch newspaper. Next is Leadership newspaper. Ambassadorial list. Experts raise concern over delayed posting. It's dangerous to leave foreign missions vacant. Ex-envoys say delay affecting foreign investment national interest. Next is electricity tariff may rise as federal government raises gas price for Gencos. Fraudsters now exploit QR codes. NITDA warns. FRSC orders probe as 13 die in Kogi multiple crash. We are awaiting report on looting of Kebbi palliatives. Police. Low crude outputs. Nigeria losing oil buyers to US. And Tinubu to attend inauguration of Senegal's president-elect. Salient time is last but not least. Passengers travel via rail system declined by minus 49.73% in fourth quarter of 2023. That's according to NBS. Discos generated 294.9 billion naira in fourth quarter of 2023. Pastor Toby Adigboiga breaks silence on allegation of sleeping with Super Eagles player Olanrewaju Kayode's wife. Oshimbajo gets surprise birthday threat at Herbert Wigwe inspired lecture series. Edo PDP chairman recounts ordeal in the kidnappers' den. How El-Rufai lobbied to replace Shehu Sani with Governor Uba in 9th Senate. Suspended women leader. Easter and Ramadan. Oluwo distributes foodstuffs to widows, aged, others. 16 of 26 power plants record 37% capacity amid incessant grid collapses. And then 15-year-old girl electrocuted in Ogun. No need to panic. Banks tell Nigerians on recapitalization. That's about it for the newspapers. I believe Nigerians are up to date this morning.
Absolutely. And, talking about the recapitalization,